You're watching The Road to the Oscars with Phoenix TV, where Hollywood meets heart. I'm Jessica Martin with Phoenix TV. This season, we're celebrating inclusion, diversity, and voices that deserve the spotlight. Join me monthly as we highlight change makers reshaping the entertainment industry on the road to the Oscars. And I'm here with today.
Hi, I'm Brenda Mejia.
It's so wonderful to have you here with me today. Thank you so much for giving me your time. And what does diversity, inclusion, and voices that deserve the spotlight mean to you in the entertainment industry?
Well, I have to say, for me, it means my life. I was very blessed to grow up in the entertainment industry. I started off in the Latin industry, and I feel that when I was growing up, there wasn't that many entertainers that looked like me, so I kind of felt like I belonged in the screen. I always wanted to be a novela girl growing up, and then my mom was in the music industry. She was in radio, and growing up in Chicago, well, it was nice, but it was also really challenging because, like I said, there wasn't really anybody that that I represented with until my mom really mentored me into, if there's nobody like you, then be you. And she really empowered me as a single mom to just be my best version of myself. And here I am now. I've since the 90s. I had a record deal at the age of 16, and I got to travel the world. I was mentored by the best of the best, and I was the opening act for Selena, and we were the Latina Spice Girls. So
Wow. I love that. And what kind of projects are you working on right now in the entertainment industry?
well, currently I took a break. I took a couple of years off. I am recovering from a traumatic brain injury, and basically what that means is that you can relate, your cognitive, your memory, your balance, your essence, pretty much everything changes without us even knowing that that is a thing. So I'm just really blessed to have a really supportive family, my husband, my kids, my best friends that stepped up and showed me the way. And I was able to understand the journey. I feel like growing up in the industry or in the States, I feel, especially for us, I mean, I grew up in beauty pageants. I grew up in, the industry where everything is based on your looks. And I feel like after my journey, my trauma, my healing journey, my rebirth, I feel like, it's more about your essence. Like, who are you? Who do you get to be? Who are you showing up as? Like, there's enough for everybody in this world. There's other people that are going to show up and go to casting that they're all going to look the same stereotype, right? You depending on what the audition is. But I realized, I'm like, no, this is deeper. This is bigger than me. This is about me sharing my journey and the essence. It's not so much, yes, you work out, yes, you want to feel good about yourself, but then what about if we combine it with your spirituality, with your essence, with your inner healing, with the little Brendas, with the little yous, with just your essence? And then how amazing is life going to be? Because then you get to be present. And that is the name of my show that I host, and I took a break from it, Be in the Now with Brenda. And basically I highlight stories of people that are doing something in the industry, whether it's in charitable work, artists, singers, music industry, celebrities, people that are doing something in their community, just uplifting stories, because, hey, we're all human. We all go through something. And what can I do in my industry to be representation for others that maybe are too scared or live in fear? Like, it's normal. But now that I'm in a different light, and I've always done it without even realizing I was doing it, I've created projects. I have another amazing project that went from meeting my friends on the red carpet to creating our own show. So that one is already, we're back on track with that one. And we had to turn it into a little bit of a comedy because, hey, you know what? I literally get so exhausted going out too far that I think it takes me longer to get ready than for me to be at events. And I literally will disconnect. And I usually have my best friend or someone drive me, or even my physical therapist that became now my best friend, just to make sure I don't bump into things or people. So sorry about that if I have done that. And yeah, I created another short as well that talks about, things like, in our industry, and especially now with social media, I feel it's beautiful that we have that, but how private is your life? And how much do we give up of ourselves, right? So being present and understanding like how to also protect yourself. So there's like so many stories. I'm also one of the characters in Darman. I'm one of the moms, and I was just very blessed that they've been working with me with my healing and everything, and just creating these amazing stories that are uplifting, and we're literally changing people's perception of things that who do you get to be, like who can you be, like what if you chose to be nice, what if, like I say, kindness does matter, like all these amazing positive things that I'm able to do through my platform. And for me, being a mom and growing up in the industry, now I get to be a leader for the youth. Are you kidding me? I am so blessed. And healing my brain, healing my spiritual essence, being present, connecting with people like you that, I don't really care about your name or your title. I'm going to go with the energy. And if it feels nice and safe, hey, I'm here.
I think that's so beautiful, and I'm the same way. It's not about who you are, it's about your energy and the connection and who you are as a person. And definitely your mission of what you're working on is so beautiful and so present, and you have such an incredible story. And I mean, God is definitely he's just wrapping his arms around you every single day. And just keep being that empowerment and sharing your light with the world. It's so important just to keep the energy going. Are you working on a book right now?
Yes, I actually I got featured on Telemundo after the car accident because it was very traumatic, and since that I kind of connected a lot with angel numbers, which is a whole different energy field. And it's beautiful because I feel when you're present, you're able to understand the gifts, the blessings, the synchronicities in life, and your purpose. So they reached out. I used to work in the Latin industry and other networks. And it literally came out nationally that I was on my route to writing this book, and it actually is happening. And I feel like sometimes you go through the darkest moments in your life to be the light, to understand that, hey, out of pain comes joy. And it's okay, because like I said, we all go through something. But to highlight it and bring something positive and be able to heal myself and others through my journey, wow, I am so blessed.
You are so blessed. And I always tell people, I take pain and I turn it into beauty. It's so important. And I feel like, we're put through our different journeys and our stories. And there's even times like when God speaks to us and we don't always listen. And then, we end up getting knocked down. And you're like, oh my goodness. You look back and you're like, well, gosh, if I would have really listened, life would be so different. But also it's so beautiful because then we have more stories to share.
The only thing I could say about that, and I'm so glad you brought it up, is trust the process. Stop resisting. Just go with your heart. Listen to the messages as in yourself. That's it. Just we got to keep the faith. That's my new motto. Keep the faith. Trust the process.
Keep pushing through every single day. And even when you're in pain, if it's physical or mental, staying busy. Super important.
And you know what? And it's okay to embrace it. It's okay to take the time off. Like I literally was feeling guilty at first, but I literally physically couldn't get out of bed. No. I literally went through the worst depression of my entire life. And, it's really challenging as a mom and as a wife and as a big sister, as a mentor. It's like, I had to do that.
Yeah.
And the people that really, truly care about you, your community will stand up. And creating that community has been a blessing. So,
and you have such a beautiful woman sisterhood that I got to meet, and I'm just so grateful and honored to be able to know all of you.
Thank you so much, and thank you for for the invitation.
You're so welcome. And I'm Jessica Martin with Phoenix TV, and we just want to wish you happy holidays. And please, keep a lookout for us. March 13th, we're going to have the Oscar gifting suite with Phoenix TV and She Rises Studio. And please watch for us on that. And I'm so grateful to be here with you, Brenda, today. Happy holidays.
Thank you, and you were the best birthday present. So thank you.
So are you. Thank you.
Happy past
holidays.
Thanksgiving.